Welcome to this 10-minute calming yoga practice, where today we will hold every posture for about 5 deep breaths. My name is Joelle and this is my sister's puppy, Rakia, so we'll see how calm she is able to stay today as well. Begin to breathe deeply in and out through your nose. And meet me in a hands and knees position. And once you've arrived, extending the left leg straight out from the hip with the toes facing forward and bringing your right arm underneath the body for thread the needle. So the right ear and right shoulder are resting in the direction of the ground or hovering just above it for 5 deep breaths. Press into the left hand to make your way back up. Pull the left knee in alongside the right. And join me for a puppy pose, melting the forehead towards your mat. After your 5 deep breaths, begin to walk the hands back in, and we'll take that thread the needle on the second side, extending your right leg out, maybe straddling your pets while you're at it, sliding the left arm underneath the body to rest the left shoulder down for 5 deep breaths. Beautiful. Pressing right hand into the mat to lift your way back up, bringing the right knee back in, sitting back towards your heels with the knees together, and bringing the forehead towards the mat for child's pose. You might extend the arms out in front of you, or release them alongside the body. And gently rolling yourself up to a tall seat, coming back through hands and knees, and then stepping your right foot forward into a low lunge, maybe scooting that left knee back a little bit. And you could keep the fingertips on the mat or maybe bring the palms to your front knee. Keeping just a little bit of activity in that left glute to open up the front of the thigh. And on your next exhale, bring the left hand to the mat, scoot the right foot out and let the outside of the left hip fall towards the ground for an IT band stretch. You might hold on to your right knee and maybe gaze back at your left foot. And final breath here. And bring the right hand back to the mat, returning to hands and knees, shaking out the hips a little bit. And then stepping your left foot forward for that low lunge. Finding the expression of the pose that feels best to you today. And settling in to breathe. Now returning your right hand to the mat, wiggling that left foot out towards the side, and letting the outside of the right hip come towards the ground. Feeling that openness in the right hip, and maybe even through the right rib cage. And if any postures today feel intense, you can always back out, or just allow your deep breaths to reassure that nervous system that all is well and you are safe. Replant that left hand to return to hands and knees, and walk the body forwards for Sphinx pose, resting on the forearms. And as you breathe here, you might allow a soft smile to come to the lips, maybe closing the eyes. And just observing how you feel. And shifting to roll onto your back, take your time. Planting both feet flat underneath the knees. And once you're ready, we'll come to bridge pose by squeezing the glutes to lift the hips off of the mat. And just holding here, letting those slow breaths calm the body and the mind. Inch by inch, return the spine and the hips to the mat. And then pull the right knee in towards the chest, and you could hold the knee, or perhaps extend that heel up towards the sky for a hamstring stretch. And if that leg was extended, rebend that knee, cross the ankle over the left knee, and you could keep that foot to the ground or pull the knee in towards the chest, holding behind the thigh or in the front of the shin for supine pigeon pose. And softly releasing, keeping the legs crossed as they are, just let them fall towards the left as you open the right arm out towards the right. So in this IT band stretch, the sole of the right foot and the outside of the left leg are touching the ground. Gentle twist. And bringing the legs back to center, uncrossing the ankle, observing any differences between the left and right sides before pulling the left knee in, maybe adding on by extending the leg. And 5 breaths here. And releasing the leg or the knee, crossing the ankle over the right knee, and maybe pulling that knee in towards the heart, or else just keeping your right foot to the ground. This is a calming practice, all about what feels best to you in your body. And for our IT band stretch, release the leg, let the right foot come back to the mat, and then both legs still crossed, falling over towards the right. And you could maybe hold on to your left ankle, and perhaps open up through the left arm. And in all of our stretches, perhaps the second side feeling very different from the first. Just something to notice and acknowledge with your breath. And rocking those legs back up through center, uncrossing the ankle. Both feet to the mat, let the knees fall in together. Bring one hand to your heart and the other to the belly. As we observe these two areas, rising and falling with your breath. And this is where I'll leave you for today. I do hope that this practice has left you feeling calm and relaxed. Thank you so much, and I hope to practice with you again soon.